Alright, so for today's video, I'm basically speed running how to kill every boss for mines part 1. So let's get started here. So this boss, the equip is okay to farm, and I mean, 15-second burn, pretty good. But this is the comp. You're basically going to be running for 90% of bosses in mines. So the way this works, hkroy and houka can either basically both give damage up. hkroy you can also use for a nuke at the end, which I highly suggest you do. Saito nukes at the end. Smiyu just wave clears and can also nuke at the end. So really good. Probably like one of the best comps in the game right now for mines. And yeah. hkroy applies physical res down on his phantom bullet. Saito applies damage res down, which just helps Smiyu hit even harder. Then you've got Palamecia and Omega Palamecia, two of the best equips in the game, and probably like top 3 equips in mines to farm. So yeah, really, really good. Basically, just run the same comp, except for Omega Palamecia, you want to paralyze, because they only take damage when they're paralyzed, so yeah. Then you have this one, basically just the same comp as the previous 2 slides, except Soul Helios is really good to get. Very helpful for Crest Palaces and certain stages that you need to put status elements on the boss. Then you've got Radis and Omega Radis, pretty much the exact same thing. Omega Radis, I think needs to be burned in order to deal damage, and if not, they take more damage when they're burned, so yeah, just bring burn. Yeah, but other than that, pretty much the same comp. But the normal Radis boss does not have a really good equip. The Omega Radis boss has a really good equip, so yeah. This video is gonna be like 3 minutes, bro. I'm actually speedrunning. Okay, so then you got Ifrit and Omega Ifrit. These guys, you just need lifesteal, like a lifesteal equip to kill them. So you can either run Goblin Slayer Dagger or Exceed Zex, and that will just counter the Hellfire passive if you have lifesteal. Otherwise, you can try to use Ragshroom to nuke, because Ragshroom has built-in lifesteal. But yeah, best of luck with that. Other than that, pretty much the same comp you run. And yeah. Then you've got Geozagnus. So Geozagnus, pretty much the same comp, except you use either Melia or Water Melia to time stop so that he can't hit you first. And Saito will one-shot the boss before he can hit you. So that's how this works. I recommend you go for Geoplate, really good equip for like Gray and Jay. Basically any water attacker that has a 4-star physical, it's gonna be good. Both the equips for Ifrit are really bad, by the way. Then you've got Code XTF Erasure. So both of these equips are pretty niche, but when you are using them, like, they help a lot. So for instance, Articore, really good for like surviving end nukes of bosses, and Abyss Core can be used in some instances where you're just like have 10 stacks of any status element applied to like a tank, and it would be pretty good. I recommend for the Omega version you run Mako, because she has iframes on True Art, so you can survive the end nuke always. For the normal one, you can use a tank like Thetis. I would replace either hkroy or Saito in this comp with somebody else, like a tank or Mako, and yeah, the rest should be fine. Then you've got Oldeus. Oldeus only takes damage from magic players, or not magic players, like magic units. So I recommend you bring in a magic unit, because if you don't, it's going to be a really tough time to kill the boss. Both of the equips are terrible, so I wouldn't recommend farming them, but if you need to kill them. Also, the Mega version, I bring in some form of curse resistance, so you can bring in like Dia's Jade, Raz, and True Raz. Those are defense equips that give you status element resistance or curse resistance. And I believe there's a 5-star defense from the Ragshroom event that also gives curse resistance. So yeah, have curse resistance on you, or status element resistance, because if you don't, you will get like one-tapped by Omega Oldeus. But other than that, magic teams should be able to just eliminate this boss pretty easily. Then you have Wilks. So these are on to the harder bosses here. So Wilks cancels autofill art gen, so you need to bring in burst equips. So like Goku uniform and Naruto's headdress are both burst equips. And then the 4th unit, I recommend just bringing any magic attacker. But Stargod Liza, Fire Orvel, and Amiya are like the best 3 for Wilks. Fire Orvel can be subbed out for somebody, but Stargod Liza and Amiya are basically essentials for this stage, just because you need Stargod Liza to lower equipment CT, and Amiya just tanks Wilks super easily. So yeah, keep that in mind. And both of the equips are bad. If you get to the Omega version, I recommend just skipping it, and same goes with Geozagnus. You can beat Geozagnus, but you need like, I think the best comp is Arstella Orbis, Alpha, Veldora, and then Beta, I think is the best comp for Geozagnus Omega. But yeah, otherwise just skip it. I don't know if I talked about any other ones. No, I think that's fine. Omega Wilks, yeah, just skip. Not worth a fight. It's super hard to beat Omega Wilks. Then you've got Stiria, or Steria, I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, but basically this boss is the new boss in the game. Very, very tricky. So you either run a comp that burns and breaks and deals damage, or you run a comp that has a lot of freeze resistance. So like, I think the best comp for this is a Mia, Shadow, hkroy, and houka, I'm pretty sure. Something like that. And that will just work, but you need Cess's Wavy Frill on hkroy for freeze resistance. So yeah, it's a very tricky comp. And I don't have that equipped, so I can't really do it. Plus, not a lot of people have Shadow, so it's pretty tricky. Honestly, if I were you, I'd probably just go into the stage, quit right away, and then just do 2 battles, because you could probably do 2 battles faster than killing one of these. And that's a fact. But, yeah. So that's my advice. The equips for these are okay. I don't think they're anything too crazy. I think they're pretty bad, but yeah. Other than that, if you want to clear just for the records, the record rewards, I would just say do it once on like stage 100 and then claim all the rewards. And yeah, I would either use a comp like this. So you need Haruto as well, because you need heals, you need some form of burn, and then you need like a tank. So those are like the 3 essentials you need for the stage. So keep that in mind. But yeah, it's a pretty hard stage. I recommend looking up a video if you're trying to get a comp for it. But this is the comp I ran, and it took like 4 minutes to kill. And that's in-game minutes, and that's not even including in-real-life minutes. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. And then, yeah, I think that's it. There's no other bosses for part 1, so... Yeah, that's my advice. Yeah, most of the bosses, honestly... Man, hkroy, houka, saito, and smiyu just, like, absolutely destroy through. And the only ones that you really have to struggle on right now in mines is, like, honestly, Wilks and Stiria. The other bosses, you can breeze through really fast, so... Climb now before part 2, because part 2 might be a little bit harder with like Villicers and everything, so